You ready? We're rolling.
We rolling.
Dion? Welcome to Curiosity Public Dutch.
Jules.
Dion with extra delightful.
Oh, well, welcome to another episode of our Ultimate Spirits Competition, our quest to review every sipping spirit on the face of the planet and subjected to our crazy hard 100-point scoring system. And in this episode, we have a monstrosity of a box, or a very large box, I should say. It is green, and inside of it is a tequila known as Don Julio 1942 Ultima Reserva.
Ultima.
And it is an extra añejo, I believe, from Don Julio. Look at this box.
This is insane. The peak.
I don't think we can even get this in shot on my B camera over here. I have to like back up here.
Back it up, back it up.
Look at that. Don Julio Ultima Reserva. Look at that. We got a signature. We got a bunch of literature on the back. Right there. Inside, I'm just going to do this on the main cam. Oh yeah. Whoa. Look at that. It is strapped in so that it won't fall out. We got a lot of literature here. Dylan's going to tell us a little bit about this in a second, but let's get the bottle out and actually take a look at the bottle. All right, there we go. Jules, what is your analysis of the box?
Whoa, I like the weight.
Comment on the feel.
Oh yeah, it's like
I like the shape.
Faux leather.
It's a very unique shape.
Yeah.
The bottle itself, let's get a little close up here of this. There we go. Ultima Reserva. It's got a nice detail down on the bottom there. You can see 100% agave, 40% Solera aged. We'll talk about that in a second.
It's like the plant.
And look at that. There's the topper. Is that plastic or glass? What do you think?
Glass.
Very, very, very nice. Look at that. Fantastic looking. I'm gonna get us poured. Dylan, what do you got?
So I'm gonna read to you what's on the website because that's easy. So it says in 2006. Don Julio, with his family, planted their final agave field. And in honor of his devotion and craftsmanship, the agave harvest was carefully distilled, barreled, and set aside for special use. But they needed to make a lot of it, right? Because they needed to make money. So, what they did was they implemented the Solera aging system. And so they combined and matured tequilas of different characteristics finished in unique cask. And then, it's basically kind of teaspooning and, mixing and all this kind of stuff.
Solera in general means that they are putting the distillate into a barrel that already has a little bit of the old distillate in it, right? That's been aging.
And often used in rum.
Yeah.
Sometimes in cognac and, not cognac. I can't say that word. You gotta bleep that. Different brandies, sometimes world whiskeys, things like that.
All right, well, this is an extra añejo, which means it does have some age on it. And, Don Julio is known for using additives in the tequilas, especially in the 1942. We've done a video on that one already. Whether or not this has additives, I've never tried it before. Dylan, you've had this before?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've already
had it too.
Did I try it?
Yeah.
I don't remember trying it, but I'm about to try it again for the first time, right? For members of Curiosity Private, which is our membership program here on YouTube, we're going to be doing a trade-off, a taste-off. I was going to say trademarked taste-off, but it came out trade-off.
Trade-off.
Anyway, what the trade-off is that if you're a member of Curiosity Private, you can watch us compare blind this Don Julio to another extra añejo, which is from Arete. So this is Arete's, what do they call it? The Gran Clase Extra Añejo. This is one that does not use additives. This is one that at least has a reputation for using additives. We haven't tried it. I believe it does use additives, just based on my recollection. So it'll be an interesting one to compare. We're going to do a blind. We're going to see which one we prefer.
Let's talk about why. So there's a big price difference.
Oh yeah, let's talk about price. What's the price?
So the Ultima Reserva is $599.
$600.
And on the secondary market, it'll range anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 given year. The Arete is, much cheaper. It's about 100, 120, sometimes 130. the price difference is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
This will be an interesting one to do. Again, that's for members only. If you want to become a member, hit the join button here on YouTube or head over to our Patreon. You can join over there, get the same content. If you don't care about that, don't worry about it. We're about to get into this one, and we're going to get to our review in just a moment. Let's get tasting. The color looks unnatural.
Hey,
It's like
you, keep your...
unnaturally golden. It's nice.
Gold hue.
Oh.
Stop.
Dummy.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go. You guys ready to talk about this? What? The Jules? All right, guys, we've had some time to taste.
You judged this before you even tasted it.
Me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, this guy.
Jules?
I tried it.
I gave this an honest shake, guys. I swear. We're going to reveal our initial scores in just a second. Before we do that, though, Jules is going to tell you about our scoring system. After he does that, we'll reveal our initial scores. Then we'll go through every single one of our scoring criteria just for you guys. So, Jules, go ahead.
All right, guys. In our competition, we have 10 categories where they can earn up to 100 points. Categories include aroma, flavor, body, complexity, balance, finish, uniqueness, drinkability, aesthetics, and value. Most of them are 10 points in worth, except for flavor at 20 points, aesthetics and value at 5 points each. And they can medal in our competition, score 60 and above, and go from bronze, silver, gold to diamond.
All right. Let's get our initial scores. Now, of course, this can change. We're going to discuss it. Sometimes we can discuss it and we want to go up. Sometimes we discuss it, we want to go down. We'll see how it goes. My initial score,
What do you got?
62.
55.
69.
I actually see Dylan's more than I see Jules.
Yeah.
I think I could actually be talked up on this one. I don't know that I would go any much lower, though.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot to say.
Yeah, I do too. I think this was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
And very educational. Let's kick things off with aroma 6.
5.
6.
It's a 6.
It's a 6.
You know what? This was
Absolute
like,
6.
where's Waldo? But where's the agave?
Where's anything?
There's flavors.
Yeah.
Then why are you giving it a
so here-
point up?
Because there is some.
Good question. Good question, guy.
Come on.
All right. So here it is.
Guy.
I wrote simple, muted, sanded down,
There's nothing
but
there.
pleasant sweetness.
Yeah, there's a sweetness, there's a
Okay.
vanilla.
Wait. There's more. With a soupçon of agave.
I didn't even
I'm
get
not
the
getting
agave.
any agave.
I wanted
and
the
that's why it's
agave.
just, yeah.
It has a soupçon.
This was the only place where it tasted artificial, where it seemed artificial. The nose seemed artificial to me. Like the vanilla there, I was like, this doesn't occur in nature. This is not anything that could come in a tequila.
No,
It was okay. It wasn't
I mean, it's
chemically.
not off-putting,
it
that's
smelled,
why it's based.
It wasn't off-putting.
Yeah.
But there were some good flavors.
You
on
know
the
why
nose.
it's like this?
There were good flavors on the nose.
This is not like Cava de Oro. It's not like that where you have this
Sugar,
just like synthetic sugar. This felt like almost like either a reposado, where you're getting like hints but not enough. It wasn't aged as well as it should have, but it's considered the category of reposado, or like Patron. It's like Patron where there's some kind of filtration, right? Where, and I want to get to. I'm going to bury the lead here. I felt like the person constructing this, they weren't thinking about flavor. They were thinking about the word smooth.
Yes.
That was it. And this is for people who love smooth. And for, this is a note to Dutch. Every time I say smooth, I want that graphic, okay? I want the graphic. If he skips that, I want you to comment below and call him out.
I'll maybe use it once. But anyway, the reason we kind of do the terror sound when we say that word is because
Dun, dun, dun.
it's not really what we're about.
What are you about?
Well, when we taste a spirit, we want to taste the spirit. Right. To me, using the S word is like, oh, I couldn't taste the alcohol. I'm just drinking it to get drunk. I want it to go down easy.
Right.
We want to experience the flavors.
Right.
That's not smooth. Sometimes that's punchy. Sometimes you got to fight with it a little bit. You got to tease it out. You're right. This is very smooth.
Yeah, the alcohol has to pair with the spirit, the flavors of the spirit, and this is like you sand down everything.
Yeah. This is a perfect segue into flavor, though.
Yeah.
So let's get into our biggest point category here, flavor. I've got a lot to say about this one too, but my score 14.
14.
Oh, what's going on here?
In sync. 12.
That's too low.
Yeah, that's.
I actually had a 15 originally. And
Yeah.
I struggled with this, but you know what I wrote down though? This is,
smooth.
no, but it's Star Trek Replicator Tequila. This, you go up to the Star Trek Replicator and what? Give me a extra añejo tequila. This is what it will produce. There's nothing offensive here. There's some flavors.
Yeah, there's some flavors.
It's actually, you know,
I'm getting some
it's pieced
agave
together
finally.
pretty well.
Yeah.
But at the heart of it, it just tastes kind of soulless or something, you know? And I feel like it's missing some flavor components that I want in a tequila, but it's not bad. I mean, there are flavors here.
It's okay. It's just like I'm missing the craft, right? Like it does feel very synthetic. You put it like that's a great metaphor to it. It's totally like just replicating.
But to its credit, I'm not detecting obvious additives on the palate.
Yeah, and so
And that's really nice.
it's also not interesting.
You know what's interesting is that I appreciate our categories even more and
Yeah.
more, especially with this bottle because what I want to talk about next.
All right, well, you don't have anything else to say about flavor? 14?
I wrote sanded down and smooth. That's all I get. I mean, like that's the problem. It's just so.
It is really smooth.
So simple in its execution. I felt like they had the access to something that could have been potentially amazing with this kind of very unique distillate that's been aging, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because there's only 1% of that component or something. It's just really, really bland. It's just, it's like on a plate,
Blanton's.
a carb, like carbs.
Carbs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to body. 6.
5.
This is where
Middle
you guys
of
are
the road.
completely wrong. This is a 10.
No.
No. This is a 10. This
There's
is a
like
10.
nothing on the viscosity
this is a
level. There's
perfection
nothing
in body.
actually-
No.
What?
This
It's
entire
completely
thing.
drying.
This entire thing was
No.
constructed for body. You have to give them credit for that. This is the reason
you're
why
just
you
trying
don't
to
find it.
justify your
No. This
smooth-
is the reason why
you've
you
been
find it
hoodwinked.
not offensive.
You've been hoodwinked.
So this is where they constructed a liquor, just a spirit where you have everything that is just perfectly round. It's like what is that the Japanese technique of creating that mud ball? Like they just get like mud and then they polish it in this like perfect thing. The inside is still mud. And yet on the outside, it's just perfectly smooth and perfectly spherical. That's what I see. That is the body.
Dylan gives a mud ball a 10.
And you know what? And you know what? In body.
Exactly.
In body. You have to appreciate the mud ball.
No, it's not good,
If
dude.
you didn't think it was mud,
No.
you would say, oh my gosh, that
I wish
ball.
I got that.
And like also on the internet, like when they get foil and they put the foil and then they start polishing it and it
You ever
just
seen him
becomes this
reach more
really
for an analogy?
spherical aluminum.
I'm not following
or
this at
aluminium.
all.
Now we're in Japan.
I'm gonna give it a
Oh
10.
my god! Now
No.
This
hang on,
is a
Dylan,
10
Dylan,
out of
wait.
10.
You're saying this is perfect.
Perfect.
You are so out of your
Perfect
mind.
in its execution of the body. Yes,
Completely wrong,
It
completely
is.
wrong. All right,
Yes,
well,
it is.
you know what's really
this
cool,
is why
like,
people like it.
Square
This
water.
is why
Care.
people
It's not
like
a good
it.
body.
Yeah.
All this is somebody said, okay.
No,
if
I
somebody-
agree
hang
with
on.
you
If
in the
somebody
garbage
loves-
in terms of the flavor.
Yeah.
I agree with you in garbage in terms of the aroma. But the body is not something that they failed on. This is what they got right on this thing.
Completely
Now,
disagree.
is it right for you? No, because I don't know. You can't.
There is
empathize.
no
You have
butteriness
no
to this.
empathy.
It's a
no
sharp
sympathy.
hit on the palate and it fades.
And then it fades. Exactly. Thank you.
It
What are you
fades.
talking about? That's finish.
Too long.
That's the finish.
No, I'm talking about how it coats my palate. It does not coat
Yeah,
it.
whatever.
Okay, complexity, guys. We gotta move on, despite how fun the argument is. 6.
6. Again, my argument holds water.
5. Middle of the road. Nothing more.
No, it's a little more.
Come on,
It's a little-
it's
it's a point
hitting the
above.
notes. No, dude, it's exactly hitting. Just replicant.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, I think it has a little bit
Nothing
more.
more.
There's a little bit of mint.
Yeah.
It's not just average. It has a slightly higher score because there's a
average.
pleasantness
Yep.
that comes with the mint and things
Definitely.
like that. So, and there's a little bit of earthiness to it.
Okay, moving on to balance. I do feel for what's here, they're in the right proportions. I give it a 7.
I gave it a 7.
Wow, look at that.
I agree.
Jules?
I give it a 5.
Okay.
It's middle of the road, guys.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
To me, when you're in 5, it's kind of just like...
It's just there. It's like water.
There's some craft here. I think you have to give it the points. Somebody crafted this, and they made sure nothing stood out. Nothing was poking. And you have to go, that's beyond average.
Yeah.
There's no way you can...
I want to explain my 7, though. Okay, so...
Come on, I was almost convincing Jules, and you got to go talk about yourself.
I know. Now it's like, okay, I'm back down.
The ego takes over.
So the issue, the reason I gave, I started at a 5, and the reason I gave the 2 points was because, again, the body. I think the balance...
You already gave it 10 points for body.
The way that they balanced the body component is something that I have to give hats off. It didn't get the 3 other additional points because they couldn't balance the flavors.
It's what you were saying before, though. It's perfectly sanded down. That takes a level of skill to do. We don't necessarily like that, but it takes some skill to make it perfectly round. That's balance.
And I feel like this is you're paying for the body. That's it.
Anyway, balance.
I actually
Jules?
I like your argument there, Dutch, so I'm going to go up a point.
So you're going to a 6? Okay,
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, guys, next category, finish. I probably initially would have put a 7, but I had to drop it to a 6 because I do get something at the very end of the finish that's the only time where it kind of tastes like there might be additives.
Exactly. I give it a 6 as well.
Yeah, I started at 8, and then I just dropped it down to 7 because
The remaining flavor is not
right at
good.
It's long though.
It is.
It is long. So
and that's why I was
on the
initially at a
positive
7.
side. Yeah, so I gave it a 7.
But the problem, and the reason I had to dock it is when the finish is long, that's great. But when the lingering,
way it ends it,
the
though.
lingering flavor in my mouth right now is not good.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
There.
Okay, next category, uniqueness, 6.
I give it a 7.
I gave it a 6.
I had a 7 originally, but I at the end of the day, there's nothing unique about the flavor.
I completely agree. That's why that was 5.
But it gets an extra point
and
for
it
the
gets a
bottom.
point for the bottom and a point for the box.
For me, no.
Fair enough.
I think
I'm serious. That's my logic. I might even go up to an 8 because 1 point for the story.
yeah.
You know what? I will go up to an 8. I just convinced myself.
Yeah.
I will go up to an 8 for that.
This is just bizarro.
Yeah, it's above a 5 because
It has to be above a 5.
I think what's unique about this release has nothing to do with the flavor, has nothing to do with the aroma. It's all about the body.
Yeah. And the fact
And
that you
the
can have
cool story.
a tequila that doesn't have any agave in it at all. Drinkability. If it weren't for this finish, it would be a higher score for me, but I gave it a 6.
I completely agree. I give it a 5. I actually started off at a 7. But because of that finish, it's like, I don't know if I want to keep coming back to this. That's why I just like, okay, I'll stay at a 5.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
I understand that.
I gave it a 7 because, again, I'm not drinking this for agave flavor. I'm not drinking this anything. This is, again, like, someone will try this and go, oh, wow, it's really smooth.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where the drinkability comes.
Yeah.
So
But my
it's a
problem
7.
overall, though, is that's what a lot of the additive-laden tequilas do. They put all this crap in, they put the glycerin, they put the flavorings, so that there's no hard edges, right? And I feel like what they tried to do with this was kind of try to level that up.
Yeah.
And I think they did, but it's still not, it doesn't taste anything like the core distillate. Like, this is made from agave. You should taste the agave at some level.
You know what? This is the perfect time because I purposely left out something in terms of the story with this particular one because I wanted to see how much hypocrisy I hear from these people. So the Ultima Reserva was actually rested in oak that was previously bourbon and then finished in something that's very unique and it's not in any other tequila. And it was actually in Madeira wine seasoned casks. Okay? So this is something unique in that no other, and I've tried to find alternatives. I tried to look everywhere for a Madeira wine finished cask.
Cool.
And they couldn't, there is none. This is the only one that's on the market right now. So,
All right. I think I'll go up another. I'm going up another point.
1146 is aged in just a different kind of wine cask. Who cares what kind of wine cask is finished in? That bottle costs $80. This costs $600. You don't give it an extra point for that.
I'm giving it an extra point in uniqueness.
Why?
Again, because it's that. Come on, that's
ridiculous.
You know what? You know what?
It makes sense.
Just because of Dutch, I'm gonna go up on the uniqueness. You're right.
See, these guys buy into the hype. They're buying into the marketing.
Honestly,
for
like
Don
that's
Julio,
a cool
guys.
story. I mean, I wish I knew that earlier.
No, it's not, because it doesn't mean it's... There's an $80 tequila we have over there that's also finished in a wine barrel.
Maybe I should
Who cares? Who cares? Why you give something points because it's finished now? You guys are buying the hype. Finished product. Oh, it's got to be so much better now.
No, it's uniqueness, not
It's
how well it
uniqueness.
tastes.
It's not unique anymore. Everything's
No,
finished.
it's not. Go find it in Madeira. Finished.
I can pull a Madeira
Do it now.
for you.
Do it
doesn't
now.
matter. I found another finished tequila right over there.
no,
We got
no,
it right
no,
there.
no.
And you know what? It tastes way better than this. And it's $80.
That's not
It's
unique.
80 bucks.
It's not unique. It's not unique.
It's
It's
totally
not unique.
You know what? I will go to an 8.
Wait, what category are we even on? I'm like, why are we
I have no
arguing
idea.
about
I just
drinkability?
modified uniqueness. I thought we were on drinkability.
We were. Anyway, let's move on to one I think we're all going to agree on, which is aesthetics. There's no way this is not a 5.
Home run. It even looks like a bat.
It's amazing. This bottle looks great.
No, this is the leaf.
It's beautiful. It's
know
absolutely
it is,
beautiful.
but
The
I mean,
box is amazing.
home
The
run.
color scheme, everything about it. I love
it's
it.
great.
Yeah.
I wish I liked the juice a little bit better, but
Me
let's
too.
get to our final category, value. I wrote down one word, which is why, and I gave it a 0.
Why would they make this?
Why would anybody buy this?
Because it's
this price.
sold into the hype, man.
Anyway, what'd you give it?
0.
I gave it a 0.
Yeah.
But I think I will answer Dutch's kind of condescending question.
Well, the only reason is ignorance. And if you're here watching this, you're not going to be ignorant anymore because you can watch all of our videos about tequila and you can find tequilas with way more flavor for way cheaper.
Look, you know, people want to
smart
enjoy their
for
life
watching
here.
this.
Like this thing right here.
You know what? You can enjoy your life a lot more if you, instead of buying one bottle of $600 tequila, you can buy 6 bottles of amazing $100 tequila.
It's a sweet spirit with great body. Okay, it's a sweet spirit with great body. And now, is it worth $599? Absolutely not. Now, let me ask you, how much would you pay?
I wouldn't buy this.
Okay, so 0. You wouldn't pay anything. Go ahead.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy this.
I'd pay $100 for the presentation.
Yeah, I think this fits into kind of the typical tequila release of an extra añejo that is, you know, it's like that super sweet kind and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Again, I wouldn't buy
I
it.
would say it about $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, why wouldn't you just buy 818?
He did.
I would buy that too.
I know, but that's like $40. That's what I mean. Like, why would you ever spend $100?
Not an
on
extra
this?
añejo.
I'd buy this for $100.
And not the 8.
The 8, it's like 150, I guess. Okay, all right, whatever. Hey, if you like that kind of thing, then buy it. By all means, I'm not going to tell you not to do that. All right, guys, our final tally here for Don Julio Ultima Reserva. My final score, 62.
57.
69. And I just want to bring up, again, the hypocrisy of Dutch. Do you remember how he...
Wait, how am I hypocritical? I gave it a 62. How many points off?
Like went off the rails on trying to defend seagrass and all of this.
Let me just point something out here. Dylan would
like,
rather buy this bottle than 4 bottles of George T. Stagg right now. That's how ridiculous he is.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Comment below.
Exactly.
Comment below if that's the interpretation that you got.
Our final score for Don Julio Ultima Reserva is a bronze 62. Of course, we do round down.
It medaled?
It medaled. It got a bronze.
right.
I gave it a 62, which is what it got, which means I'm right, and you guys are both wrong.
Even Stevens over here.
But this T-shirt.
This T-shirt is only $20-something, and you should buy this T-shirt instead of buying
expensive.
that. It is, but we don't control the price. I mean, I guess we could, but I'm gonna stop talking right now, Jules. Take us out of this train wreck of an episode.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, just please let us know. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. Hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever we have a new upload. If you want to help us out, please purchase a T-shirt. The guys mentioned, the links will be in the description.
Come on, this is awesome.
Exactly. Join Curiosity Private, our membership program here on YouTube, where we will have a taste
Yeah,
off
we're gonna compare this.
of Don Julio Ultima Reserva with a way cheaper bottle.
Another extra añejo here.
Yeah, so check that out. We're also on Patreon, another great way to help us. Podcast, check it out on all the major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
just not about Ultima Reserva.
So this has a better mouthfeel, by the way, than George T. Stagg, guys.
Apparently.
It's amazing. I'm blown away.
Apparently.
I'm blown away.
It's 10 out of 10, man.
This is so
This is what it's designed. This is
Here's
what
the
it's
best
designed.
part, folks.
This is all they spent their money on.
No, you're buying
They
into the
spent their
marketing. You're
entire
buying into the
money on the
marketing.
body here.
Here's the best part. These two idiots were like all on the same.
I know, we're pretty much scored at the
And
same.
they're
though,
arguing
except
the
for
most
body.
with each other.
Our scores are almost identical. The point spread difference is just body. You should be mad at Jules.
I know.
It's deflecting to me. You should both be mad at Jules.
You know why?
You should
You know why?
both be.
Jules cannot be saved.
So there's hope for me. All right, I'll take it.
Awesome.